Today we're going to take a look at a new feature that was released by Google Sheets called SmartFill. It does sound familiar to something else. What do you think? Now let's take a look at what Google says about this feature. We're launching SmartFill for Google Sheets, which detects and learns patterns between columns to intelligently autocomplete data entry. This sounds a lot like Excel's FlashFill. It tries to find a pattern and it tries to apply that pattern to the column you want to fill. I've prepared some examples for you. Let's jump in and take a look at them and see if it can hold up to what FlashFill can do. Maybe it's even better than Excel's FlashFill. Let's find out. Let's start off with a simple example. So here I have a list of names, first name, last name. What I want to do is grab the first name. So let's just start typing. Walter, Elisa. Take a look at this. SmartFill kicked in and it found a pattern. It's already giving me the first names in this light gray, greenish color. Now it tells me that we think we can fill these cells using a formula. If I click on this, I actually see the formula. So this is where it's different to Excel's FlashFill, because with FlashFill in Excel, you don't get the formula. Here you actually get the formula, which is great because it makes it dynamic. Now to accept this, I can click on the check mark here or use the shortcut key Control-Shift-Y. So this time I'm just going to click on the check mark and it inserted the results and it inserted the formula for me. So the great thing about this is that if I happen to add in more names here, Joe Trim, all I have to do is drag the formula down and I get the first name. That part works. The one thing you have to be careful of is take a look at this. It started to insert the formula from the second cell. It didn't put anything in the first cell. So my first cell currently is not dynamic. So I'm just going to drag this up and I get the formula there as well. Will this work for the last name? Let's try it out. Before we do that though, take a look to see if you're subscribed to this channel. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. Okay, so let's start off with Miller. And then we have to type in the last name. Now here you have to be careful that you're actually typing the correct last name. No pattern yet. It found the pattern right here. Just take a quick look if it found the right pattern. And I like that, so Control-Shift-Y to accept it. Here it used the write function together with the len function, the find function. It's a bit more complex to get the last name. It's great that it does the formula version for me. Now I'm just going to copy this up too so everything is consistent. Okay, so this is great. Now on this tab here, take a look at this. This time I have headers. So now I'm going to type in Walter, Elisa, Andre, and the formula was copied already from the first cell, right? So because I have the headers, it kind of recognized that there is something there. So it made sure the formula is applied from the beginning. But that's not what I want to show you. Take a look at this. So I press Control-Shift-Y to accept it, but look at the formula. What is this formula? VLOOKUP. It's taking a look at this and it's looking it up in sheet 4, just in the sheet that I demonstrated to you right now. It did a VLOOKUP. It didn't use the left function. This means that the SmartFill isn't just looking at the immediate column, isn't just looking at this range, not just this sheet, it's actually taking a look at your other sheets and it's writing VLOOKUPs for you. In this case, what I would like to have is an option. Maybe I don't want a VLOOKUP. Maybe I want the left function, but we don't get an option. So this is something that could be improved here. If I say show formula, it would be great if it was show formulas and I could pick the formula that I wanted, right? Because we both know that there is always more than one way of getting things done. And it would be great to have an option here. Okay, so that's another thing that I didn't think SmartFill would be able to do. let's take a look at some parts that I couldn't get to work yet. And these examples actually work in Excel with FlashFill. So I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of time for SmartFill to get a bit smarter so you can also recognize these patterns. Here I have middle names. Well, not all of them, some of them, right? So it's Walter J. Miller and Pam Withers. The other ones here, they don't have middle names, and then I have P. Sharp. First name shouldn't be a problem, right? That should figure it out. It figured it out. Looks good. Control-Shift-Y. Okay, so we applied that to all of these. Now, last name. Will that work? Well, let's just continue typing. Nothing comes up. Nothing comes up. I can do Control-Shift-Y. No pattern is recognized. At least not yet, not on my version. So middle names currently don't work. Simpler patterns are recognized. Another thing I tested was, what if we have a mixed case? Can it recognize this change in case? So here, for example, I have Walter Miller. Okay, that's in proper case, but Alisa is with a small a. And then we have Andre. Anne is with a small a. Kim, no pattern is recognized. I can press Control-Shift-Y. Nothing happens, right? So it seems like it has a problem with case in my version, at least until now. Also, what I tried was with numbers. Here I have, let's say, the initials of the person and their employee number, and I just want to extract the number. If I type in numbers here, I would expect it to recognize that these are numbers, but no, it's not recognizing it. Although what I was surprised to see is in the Google site here, where they talk about this feature, take a look at the example that we are shown here. Here they have attendees, they have office address, and take a look at the email. The way they're typing it is with a small case. Now I tried this on my side, I couldn't get this to work. And also the zip code, they are extracting the number from the address. So it looks like it works, it should work, it just doesn't work on my side, at least not yet. So I'm curious if it works on your side, because I would think that rolling out features is Boolean, right? You either have it or you don't have it. But it looks like I have a baby version of it. I just have to wait for it to grow up probably. Now, one other thing is that if you want to turn this feature off, you have to go to Tools and take away the tick mark for Enable Autocomplete, because this feature is going to be on by default. It's not something you're going to turn on. It's going to be on for you unless you decide to turn it off here. Okay, so it's a toggle, click it again, and it's activated. So that's the first look of Google Sheets SmartFill feature. In summary, the advantages of SmartFill. Number one, it applies formulas for you, right? So your results are dynamic. And number two is that it doesn't just take a look at your immediate column, but it takes a look at your other sheets as well. Okay, so the disadvantages that I see currently is that it's not able to pick up more complex patterns, but I expect that to change in the future. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I cut myself today, that's why I have a Band-Aid. And if you want to check out more Google Sheets videos, there is a few more on this channel, but I'm going to be adding more in the next months as well. Okay, so check it out. The card will be somewhere here, and I'll also have it in the description of this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.